Hi guys, this is Steven Fox and today I have a must-watch video for you. Here are the top 5 things you need to know about smartphones in 2017 because the game has definitely changed. The first thing you need to know is that more RAM does not equal a faster phone. In most cases. Let me explain. Main selling point of most Chinese devices is more RAM, more cores and more megahertz on the CPU. But that doesn't mean a better phone. Especially when it comes to RAM and cores, things are very different. Right, here's a phone commercial poster with the Helio P25 comparing it to flagship chips like the Snapdragon 821, Samsung Exynos 8890 and Apple's A9, and they're telling you that our chip is better because it has more cores and more megahertz, and this is not the case. And the easiest way to know is when you compare benchmark results. Here is the actual Helio P25 benchmark result from Antutu, and here is the Snapdragon 835. So you can see there's a massive 3 times difference. You need to not only look at Antutu because it's just a theoretical benchmark. You need to look at Geekbench and PCMark scores as well, just to know for sure that if this phone's performance is actually better, because these are the benchmarks that show you actual CPU performance. But again, these are just numbers. Actual real-life performance is also dictated very much by the software inside and how good it is. For instance, not all chips really do support 6 gigs of RAM. All the software supported. Only a few chips like the Snapdragon 835, Helio X30 and Exynos 8895 and Kirin 960 can really support and run on 6 gigs of RAM and actually use them, like the OnePlus 5 I have here. With the 8 gigs of RAM, it really never reloads any apps. Even if you leave the phone for a long time, you turn it on and it has the apps not reloading. And that is not only due to the hardware, but mostly to the software inside. RAM management is very software dependent, and if you want to have good RAM management, you have to pick a phone that has good software. For instance, like MIUI. What you're seeing here is my test on the Snapdragon 625 powered Mi 5X, and with the latest Android 7.1.2 and the latest MIUI, the RAM management is far better than with previous MIUI versions and other Snapdragon 625 phones I've tested. Same thing with the Redmi Note 5A here. Low-end quad-core chip, 3 gigs of RAM, but RAM management and general system performance is much better than most Chinese devices with 3 and 4 gigs of RAM in there and octa-core chips. So there really is much more than hardware in a phone to make good RAM management and a faster phone. And you always have to watch real reviews to know the performance. A bigger battery is not always more battery life, especially more on screen time. Battery behemoths like the Okito K10000 and K10000 Pro are very popular these days because people believe that they will get abnormal amounts of screen on time with a single charge, which is partially true if you're viewing media like playing a movie from the internal storage. But when it comes to playing heavy games for a long time and using the phone with heavy multitasking and GPS enabled with 4G and dual SIMs, one thing it really comes to play is the chip size and heat dissipation. So you should be looking at the fabrication process to know if the chip is good for long-term heavy gaming. The smaller the fabrication process, the better thermals your chip will get, and it will get more battery life in actual use. But if you're just looking for standby times and for just playing that video from the internal storage, any phone with a big battery will do for you. There is a reason that the Snapdragon 625 has been so widely used and so widely praised by manufacturers and smartphone users alike, because on the Snapdragon 625 with 4000 mAh battery, like with the Redmi Note 4X, you can get much better screen on time and much better thermals than the K10000 Pro if you use it mainly for gaming and heavy multitasking. The next thing you need to know about smartphones in 2017 is that dual cameras are not often better than a single camera. And here's why. In order to use dual cameras properly and to get better photo quality than from a mid-range single camera, both sensors need to be active at the same time when taking a photo, just like with Huawei's P9, P10, Nova 2, and this is done by special chip optimization and by using a color and a monochrome sensor at the same time, and it takes the information from both to deliver much better low light performance shots, and it makes two mid-range sensors produce a high-end quality photo. However, this is not the case with all dual camera phones. Phones like the iPhone 7 Plus and the OnePlus 5 and Mi 5X use two cameras, but they are only used at the same time for providing lossless 2x optical zoom, which means that you zoom twice and you don't get any loss of quality. The two sensors are actually a regular sensor and a telephoto sensor, which the telephoto is used for producing this portrait mode and depth of field effect, but they're not active at the same time and they do not produce a better low light photo like with Huawei chips. Another different method that only LG uses is it has two regular sensors, but one has a wider field of view, so you can choose to have a regular shot or a more wider shot with the other sensor, but both are not active at the same time at all, and are just, one is just for taking better landscape shots and one is just taking better macro shots. And all the rest of the cheaper and the smartphones with dual cameras just use the second sensor. It's a cheaper sensor usually for the depth of field effect, like the Honor 6X and most Chinese devices. And to most times this effect applies very well, but it doesn't produce better low light performance or photo quality in general, and some of the times because it's artificial you get horrible looking shots like this. So do read what the actual dual cameras are like before purchasing a dual camera phone. Every phone has some flaws. I hear lots of complaints about $150 to $200 phones having some build issues and stuff like that, when people would actually forget that we had the iPhone 6 bending issue, LG G4, G3 and G5 have boot looping issues, the Samsung Note 7 battery expo and the BlackBerry Q1 build quality was totally abysmal and the screen display would just easily pop right off. So you're not safe in buying an expensive phone. If you plan to shell more money, watch more reviews, watch more teardowns to know the actual truth behind the phone. There's plenty of paid YouTube reviews out there and plenty of fake YouTube reviews as well. Now what do I mean? I mean that lots of reviews get sponsored content and they only want to sell you a phone. They will tell you that every phone is absolutely amazing, every phone is great. Whenever there's very high production values in a video, it's most likely that the video is being sponsored to sell you phones. Right, same Redmi Note 4 India or Redmi Note 4X, me and Mr. Who's the Boss. One is being video edited to show you that the phone is actually something it's not, and on the left side is me showing you what the phone actually really looks like and what you're actually getting. And I try to walk you through everything that I do with the phone, and I'm the only YouTuber in YouTube who actually shows you real life performance in his reviews, opening, closing apps, switching between apps, actual gaming tests, not just like, oh, this phone is great for gaming and this just shows like a 5-6 slides, so a few seconds from switching between a few games. And especially I've seen a lot of those YouTubers who do, oh, this phone is great for gaming, but put on a gaming test that would even run great in like on a 4 or 5 year old phone. Same thing, me showing you actual modern 3D titles running on a phone that's currently out, and the other is the same phone with another YouTuber that's very popular, but he's showing you a game that's running great on iPhone 4. Yes, that's Fruit Ninja. I pick my games so they're demanding and they really test the hardware inside. I'm always looking for a better looking game, for a better graphical game, more intensive graphical game to stress my phone reviews with. If you've been following my channel, that you must know and you must have noticed that I switch the games I use for tests oftenly because I see a more demanding or a better title to actually run my phones with, and these are top quality graphically demanding games, and they're all free from the Play Store. I don't do reviews with paid games from the Play Store because that's not fair. These games anyone can download and actually test their phone with, and these games deliver actual console quality, so you really get the sense that your phone is future-proof for gaming and can run the latest titles in decent frame rates, instead of just showing you a few clips with old games, light 3D games running great, but that doesn't mean the phone is actually good for gaming. It just means that it runs games that any 5-year-old phone would. What really gets my goat is poor camera reviews. Here it is, me and the same YouTuber showing actual camera review on the same phone. I'm showing you face detection, autofocusing, motion and dynamic range all at the same shot, and what he's showing you, a picture of his hand outside. So you decide which camera review is actually more believable. Another thing I hate is giving fake information or fake hopes about smartphones. This is Unbox Therapy in the coolest phone you've never seen, and this is the Doogee Mix. And they're showing this phone as something great, something good from China to import to the US, but this phone does not work in the US at all, and he's not even put a SIM card in there. The smartphone game has changed a lot, and I hope by watching this video I've kept you in the game. This has been Steven Fox, thank you for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos so that your friends can enjoy them as well.
Stick around.